I've seen all good people. Hope you've had a good day. It's already late afternoon, early evening. Checking in, being comfortable, being aware. What is the most important thing we can do as a human being? Be aware. We have all these attributes, evolution, and the generations over time have afforded us. We are immeasurably lucky to be alive. And on top of that, to be even searching for awareness, like we're doing, being here. How lucky, how truly lucky we are. And I know we go through our rising and subsiding of our energies through our day and through our feelings and our considerations of what we're going to do in these next coming moments, proceeding on our voyage, our ships of lives. Remembering we are the helmsperson, in itself a boon, to have this moment of reflection, of self-illumination, see oneself being defined, being better understood for this very moment. Divine. Every moment is divine. When is a moment not divine? Just ask yourself that. If you go like, what are you talking about? Ask yourself, in which moment is it not divine? In the moments that you are unaware of the divinity of every moment? Yes, of course, that's true. And in saying that statement, then there is possibility and potential created to realign the way one thinks, acts, does. To be more genuine and authentic of whom and of what we are. Bundles of miracles. As old as the sun, the stars, is whom each of us is. That which is making up our organic bodies is not new. It's recycled. Everything about us is recycled, physically speaking. The incredible nature of sentient being, of the energy in creation of one's mind. This is a whole nother matter. This is also one's godliness, which is always here, inside of oneself. Finding, illuminating, examining, whatever you choose as a word or symbology to illuminate to oneself is cool. Best to be, in my opinion, non-biased and gentle, kind, understanding, without needing the harm of others. This, I think, is the best way. Being aware of one's skin. What comes to one's mind? The warmth, the feelings, the textures of different objects or things on one's skin, a breeze, a chair, clothing, one's hands, just the awareness, the physicality, feeling beneath the textures of the surface, going inside. Close by one finds vascular systems, arteries and veins, feeling one's pulsation. It's all part of life's game, all of these things. Using what we have as a tool is to our advantage, something we do regularly, we share, we can commiserate and compromise and come to better comprehend together as a society of friends, of Homo sapiens, the family of mankind. Being here now. So many have used these terms. But one needs to be more than just here. One needs to be thinking. That's why we have minds. Not to forget our minds or to blank them out, but to celebrate the individuality, the uniqueness of everything in every kind of life, of everything, of compounds and elements, proteins and chromosomes, in as much as we can fathom, to in turn help us grow. If you go to lift something up as a baby, let's say there's a can there of Campbell's soup. And you're not going to open it, of course, but it's sitting there. There's a can, it's red, it's got something on it. You're a baby, so you don't know what it says, but you see it there in the distance. Maybe, you're close by, or it fell out of a bag from your mother's shopping tour. And you're looking at it, and you lean forward, and you try to grasp it with your kind of clumsy and incapable hands and arms, because you're just a baby. And at first you're not successful, because you are gaining your mobility, you're gaining your strength. And go forward a year in your life, and all of a sudden the can, you can pick it up and gnaw on one of the corners, because you can put it in your mouth and you can feel and taste it and see what it's like. Maybe it's interesting to eat. All in a can of Campbell's soup. But over time, over experience, over the maturing of your capabilities, of your muscular strength, of your coordination, all these things, and the changes. Before you may have been curious, now you wanted a taste of that can. What flavor is it? Paper and aluminum. Practice is the point of all this. It is to practice one's own being aware. Starting one's day, coming back in the afternoon. All of the time, in between doing what? Practicing. Coming together. Being the beacon inside of oneself. Remembering all of the things that make oneself whom oneself is. In this unique moment of time that you and I are speaking. Your senses, your abilities to perceive, your abilities to comprehend my speech, the way I utter the words, the pauses in between. Feeling alert and alive in our shared capabilities of mind. And reminding oneself of these things all of one's day. I, for instance, was on the beach today because I live close to it. And I felt so contented and aware and amazed by being in a place where waves were caressing the shore, the sand, the water, and the earth, and frolicking in the atmosphere, in our air. Walking. Just walking enough, the water kept coming towards my feet and encompassing my ankles. And I kept an awareness of my bodily function, musculature, as it in turn caressed my ankles with energy and maintaining balance. And step by step, being aware of the confluence of the water, which is our mother and father for millions and millions and millions of years. Hello? Our mothers and fathers for millions, hundreds of millions of years. And the land, the sea and the land, the sand, the beach, a change. A radical change in physiology, in a sense. One's respiratory system. Different. And the air, binding all three. For there is air in the water and there is air in the atmosphere. And to be walking in awareness of these things as the tide rises and subsides, also in each moment, in its own cadence, in its own time, feeling the awe of being alive. This opening of one's heart and one's soul and one's mind to a precious statement from one's soul. This is our goal all the time. Being this way, being heavenly in one's own unique way, welling up, just as one's life wells up all day long. Aware or unaware, it's still on autopilot. The brainstem, the cerebellum, and the cerebrums do their job, facilitating keeping us alive. And yet, we are like the babies who want to learn to grasp something that their curiosity is aspiring towards. We are the same way. We are older and smarter and know enough that we need to actually put in energy. We need practice all day, intentionally, as one can keep building. Know thyself. To thine own self be true. Is this not the way? To discover whom oneself is, to seek, to ask, to be open to answers, to accept with a sense of authenticity the truth, and all the while maintain a sense of positivity, knowing we can do almost anything because we are bundles of miracles, humbled before the immensity of creation and thankful. And with this as our foundation and our strength, we can accomplish what we set before ourselves. Linger for a minute. Namaste.